Hello, everyone. Today, I'm going to do my quick review of Demon Slayer Into the Infinity Castle Arc Part 1 movie. So, the movie was really good, and when I say really good, it's like an understatement. Like, this is probably the best anime movie I've ever seen. Like, maybe even better than the Gurren Lagann movies, which I really loved. I know the recap movies, but like, definitely the best, like, non-recap movie I've ever seen for anime. The movie style, there was just a lot of good stuff about the movie. The animation was really good. That's understand. It's like when I was like watching the movie, it was like I couldn't even catch up with the animation. That's how good it was. And I'm gonna get into some spoiler territory. Something I love with the fights was like they didn't cut off from each fight. Like they start with Shinobu's fight, and then go to Zenitsu's fight, and they go to Gyu's fight, then they go back to Shinobu, then Zenitsu, and then Gyu and Tanjiro versus Akaza. I'm glad they didn't do that. I was scared they were going to do something like that, but I like how they gave all the fights each their own time. The flashbacks were really good. The movie was really fun and enjoyable. There's a lot of cheer moments in the movie, and it's just like, even if you have Crunchyroll, watch the movie in theaters. It's worth it. There's also a lot of great storytelling and build-up for what's going to happen in the next movie, so I'm really excited for that. There's nothing bad I can say about this movie. It's honestly just that good. There was a lot of emotionals. Each fight scene was emotional somehow. Now I'm going to talk about specific fight scenes. So yeah, this is going to be some heavy spoilers if you haven't seen the movie. First was Shinobu versus Doma. I thought that, to me, honestly, this was still pretty good. But like, it's just like everything else afterwards is like even better, and that's not an insult to this fight. It's just all other ones are just that good. Shinobu versus Doma was like when we saw Doma, he was definitely the most threatening that we've ever seen him before, and like and also his origins too, which I found pretty interesting. But the way it sounds, I have the feeling somewhat like if that's how he thought as a kid, have somewhat of a feeling that he may have just become a sociopath even without his parents. But even still, I'd say his like parents were definitely the fault of what he became. Then then in the fight, I'm sorry, it's just there was a lot in this movie to load. Then we got Kane's ghost trying to encourage Shinobu, and then Doma ends up absorbing Shinobu. What I think, from what my uncle actually suggested, is he thinks that like Shinobu purposely poisoned her body, so when Doma absorbed her later, it's gonna definitely hurt him. Then there's the Zenitsu versus Kakugi fight. That was really good. We got a good Zenitsu moment. Like Zenitsu, I already love character Zenitsu, and I know a lot of people hate him, but I'm glad we got that good moment with him not being serious. And it's actually, I find it ironic that Kakugi is like calling Zenitsu a coward or weak, yet he knows when Kakugi was a demon, Zenitsu was still able to defeat him by himself, and he even created his own breathing form. And I just found it hilarious, like how, like Zenitsu's basically free falling after he decapitates Kakugi, and Kakugi's like, yeah, well, at least I'm not gonna die alone. And then like then Yushiro suddenly appears and it's like, it would be a shame if you had to die alone. That was just really good. Then goes to the main big fight of the movie, which is Tanjiro and Gyu versus Akaza. That fight, it's just undescribable. Okay, so first of all, it went by so fast, like the animation, they actually couldn't keep up. Then, oh my god, there was a lot. So like, the way the fight started, like the build up to it was already cool. Like how you can actually like when you find out that Shinobu was dead, like specifically, we didn't really see that much reaction, but I can already tell that's probably gonna hurt him inside. That's killing him inside. But then the build up with like Akaza just appearing. So like the way they built it up was really good, and they literally are destroying everywhere around them while doing so. Like that was really good. Like it was definitely like, especially when like Giyu and Akaza are like fighting, and like they're basically going all over the place of the Infinity Castle and destroying the Infinity Castle basically. Then there's then there's one theory I actually heard, which I think is pretty interesting, which I believe, which is later when Tanjiro cuts off Akaza's head, and Akaza's head fades away and he's growing a new head, is that the reason why he got his memories back, besides just Tanjiro, what Tanjiro was saying, was like he was regenerating a new head and it kind of reset his memories, which I think is an interesting theory. And this movie was emotional, but Akaza's death was the most emotional. And honestly, like, yeah, that was very sad. I'm glad that he at least got to reunite with his fiance. And then but I really would want to see what would happen if he turned into like, if he didn't kill himself, like could he have become maybe even upper 2 or maybe even upper 1? Like, I'm not saying he become upper 1 in that instant, but maybe upper 2. But yeah, there was a lot of good stuff in the movie, and I honestly would like. Now I'm going to talk about a little bit nitpicks. Honestly, though, they're not really that bad to me. I'm not complaining. One is that Zenitsu's victory wasn't announced compared to like Shinobu's death or Giyu and Tanjiro's victory. But then again, that could always happen in the next movie, and I think for her in the manga that didn't even happen, so not the worst thing. Then another one is I understand they're not gonna have all the Hashira here, but I feel like there should have been a little bit more of a Inosuke and Genya. Genya, I love how Genya was kind of just really running around the whole movie. That's what I like to imagine. Like besides those demons that like the end credits, like Genya's just running around for the whole movie, like just running around trying to find Sanemi. And Inosuke though, like I hope there's more of him in the next movie, because Inosuke is like, yeah, he's that guy. Like I think yeah, I honestly hope I hope we get see more of the other Hashira get more attention. I hope in the next movie we see Obanai's origins. That would be really cool. We didn't see his origins yet. I think I think he's the only Hashira, so I could be wrong. Yeah, he is the only Hashira that hasn't got his origins revealed, so that would be cool. I don't know. Actually, now thinking about that kind of scares me. I hope Obanai doesn't die. I hope he doesn't die. Honestly, though, before I end this off, I want to say who I think will live and die. Like, not just specifically the next Demon Slayer, but like I think in Demon Slayer. I have the feeling that Guillaume is gonna die sacrificing himself. I hope Giyu lives. I think he's gonna live. I seeing how injured he is, I think he's gonna be unable to fight. Tanjiro is definitely he's definitely gonna be. I feel like he's definitely gonna live. I feel like the main 4 plus Genya and Kanao are also gonna live. Really the Hashira are the ones I'm worried about. The I'm kind of getting scared about Obanai dying after what I said, and honestly, there's just a lot of good stuff about that movie. I recommend it. It gets 11 out of 10. I'm not even joking. It's like there's like honestly like those nitpicks were honestly not even that bad. Like they honestly don't actually bother me. Like at that point, I was really just trying to look like, but there's like just go watch in the theaters. It's worth it. It's worth your money. And who knows, maybe even get extended. Like okay, extended long run in the theaters. Well, this has been Spider Laggin, and I'll see you next video. Peace.